Welcome to Flourish TV. My name is Stephanie Book, and I'm a transformational mindset and wellness coach, podcaster, and mompreneur. And I'm trying to share the different things that I'm learning about business, mindset, and wellness, and share a few things along the way. First of all, you might be asking, what is a digital product and why would I want to do that? So a digital product is basically anything that you have created that you can give to someone else, sell to someone else, of something that you have put together on the computer or on your phone to be able to use as help to somebody else, to be able to serve somebody else with something that you have learned or you have learned along the way, or it's something that you enjoy. And so taking a digital product is pretty simple. You can create things as simple as a checklist, or you can make a journal or a guidebook, or so many different things that you can do to make it and then bring it to somebody else that can help them. And so I know many times we question ourselves. We wonder if we even have what it takes to be able to sell a digital product. We're like, why would anybody want to even learn anything from me? Or I don't know enough, or I don't have an experience to have a digital product, or I don't know enough things. But honestly, what I'm telling you is you'd only need to be one step ahead of somebody else, and you can already help them along the way. So something that you have learned is a way that you can share your knowledge, but help somebody else out. And a great way to do that is by creating a digital product, putting something together that you can give to somebody else, whether it's to sell it or to give it away for free. You can create a digital product. So I know that many of us hold back because we think, again, that we don't have what it takes to be able to share the things that we might not think that we know enough. But I really do know that over time, as I've stepped into it, I have learned so many different things. Like, I'm not an expert, obviously, and my sound is not always working the way I want it to work, but I still know how to kind of prepare a live and how to get ready to do that. So I could go through and give you a checklist or a step-by-step guide on how to create a digital product or how to do a TV show on Facebook, right? So, and all the things you should check before you get on there. So today we're going to learn about really how we can use that digital product, and maybe a little bit of maybe a few steps that we can go through to create the digital product. I'm not going to go through all of those steps, but I do have a free guide that I put together for you. So just put digital in the comments, and I will definitely get that to you. It will be a little more in depth than what I'm able to share today, because I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want to make sure that I give you some help and a way to open your eyes, maybe to see the things that you can create and then be able to sell them. So make sure you put digital in the comments to grab that free guide. So have you ever thought about selling a digital product, but you didn't know where to start? If you are hearing this, put me in the comments, because I'd love to know kind of who is here with me. But my friends, I want to tell you that you are already an expert. So I was talking already about this, about like, I don't know if I have experience, but think about something else that you have figured out that somebody else might be struggling with. No, that could be your first product. Have you ever created a checklist to keep yourself organized? That could be a product. Have you ever written down a meal plan for the week? That could be a product, a digital product. Ever put together a simple how-to guide? You know what? People will pay for that, because if it's something that somebody else can figure out for them and it makes it easier for them, they will buy it. Think about how many times you've bought something because it's already put together, right? I think that's why a lot of times those meal delivery programs are so great. You know, they want to get the dinner because it's like step by step, it's already figured out, and they just open up the box and make it. I don't have those, but right, that's a step by step. It's a product. It's something that makes life easier for somebody else. So what is one thing, a great question to ask is, what is one thing that someone else has asked you about? That is a really big clue that is something that you know that somebody else would want to learn from you. I know all the time I might get questions about different parts of wellness. I'm a wellness coach, so people will ask me different questions, or like, what do you do for exercise and how do you keep motivated with that? So I could create a checklist of the ways that I stay motivated in my workouts, right? That is a really simple thing you can do. So think about the things that people are asking you throughout your life, and then look at, what is it that they need to know that I know about that I could put together in some way and share it with other people? So The best way to start is, I would say, if you've never made anything like this before, is just keep it simple. You don't need a big, huge course or, a huge funnel or anything like that. Just make it simple. A checklist or a cheat sheet, something where it's just a quick solution for somebody that it just makes it easier for them, right? So again, like I said, if you're meal prepping, maybe create a weekly meal prep checklist. Maybe every Sunday night you meal prep your meals for the week, right? So maybe you have a specific checklist. Maybe you get the ingredients and then you chop this and then you brown the meat or whatever. I don't know what your plans are. But you can put that all together and somebody will pay for that because they want to know how they can step in and do meal planning and make it simple so that they can just be ready to step into their day and into their week, organized and ready to go. So think about it as simple as that, and a checklist is super easy. You can make that, you could do it on Canva. Canva is, of course, my favorite. You could do it even on Google Docs or even Excel or Word. Like if you have those products, it's very simple to go in and create your checklist. It's no different than, you're writing something down. If a lot of times we've even created those for ourselves anyways. And so you could just make it a little bit nicer, add a little bit of branding in there, and boom, you have a great product that you can help somebody else out with. Another thing would be like a mini guide or a workbook, maybe a step-by-step process or a guide. So recently I have been learning how to make sourdough bread. So I have looked at so many different step-by-step guides of people that have put things together. Sometimes they have pictures, sometimes I've watched, some TikToks or YouTube videos about how to do different things, but each one of those things are ways that somebody else has shared something that they have learned and put it together in some form of a workbook or a checklist so that you know exactly what to do next. And so, if you're really good at sourdough bread, that would be a great thing for you to create. Maybe you are really into doing other things to keep things made at home. Like I used to make my laundry soap all the time. I could have done a step-by-step guide on how to make your own laundry soap, right? So there are so many things. Think, way outside of the box. Don't feel like it always has to be just a business thing or that it has to be really complicated. But make that guide. If you're really good at time management, maybe put together your morning routine and a checklist for that. Put it together with a guide and give them a few examples of different things that they can do to make their morning a better morning, to start off their week well. And you can do that in Google Docs. Just jump on your Google Docs and write that, or your Word, and just type in the different things that you're doing. Add a few pictures. You can design it in Canva, and then you can make it pretty if you want. So I talked about branding a few weeks ago on Flourish TV, and so you can go back if you want to watch that back. Just put Canva in the comments, and I'll make sure to get you the replay for that. And it talks about choosing your branding colors and things like that to make it look nice. And so that is very simple. It's very fast to do, and it's easy, and you can personalize it and be able to make it really attractable to the people that you want to help. And another one could be like a template or a planner. Templates save time, even if it's like a template and it allows you to put in different information over time. Like I made a template a few weeks ago for your Trello board for your meal planning and recipe storage. So that was something that I put together. It's a digital product. It's something that you do online, and it's a template that makes it very simple. You copy it and then you create it and it's yours. And so those are examples of like a template or a planner. I have like a journal that I have online, and so it's a very simple one. It's downloaded for digital journaling, and so you can use that template and then use every day and make another copy for your journaling if you like to journal online. So which one of those resonates with you? I'd love to know. If you think you would like to create like a checklist, maybe doing a workbook or a guide like that, or what about like a template or a journal or a planner or something like that where you can create. And those, I don't know if I said, but a Canva is a great place for a lot of these things. And so Canva has a free version, so you can definitely do so much of these things, and it's amazing. Like I've even watched people make coloring pages. Like how fun would that be to make some coloring pages for kids at this time of year for Valentine's Day, or do a packet of holidays ones, or like looking forward to summer, and make some different templates of different coloring pages that you could sell. There's so many different things that you can create to make it really fun, and if it's something that you enjoy, the sky's the limit. So think about those different things, and if I would love to know in the comments if one of those resonates with you. What is something that you think you would be able to help other people with? I think I have a friend that is kind of in her homestead journey, and so she does a lot of things she'll talk about on her Instagram, on her stories, but I know that she has a lot of things that she has learned, and now she loves going in and helping other women step in and kind of start their homesteading journey. And she will create different things that she can sell online, or that she can give away online, to be able to draw an audience in and help them see that they too could be a homesteader, right? So there is so many different things that we can get really excited about, we can share with other people, and it's really can be a simple way to put something together that helps somebody else, but then also you could actually use it to create some income for your family. So once you have your product thought about, once you've created it, and we're not going in today necessarily and talking about how to specifically go in and create the product. That could definitely be another one. If there's a specific product that you'd like me to talk about or show you how to make, drop that in the comments. I would love to do a future Flourish TV on that, because I've learned a lot of how to do a lot of different things. But if you're like, I want to do some of these things, but this is just way out of my knowledge, but I really want to start growing in my business, or I want to provide something, but I don't know where to start, put create in the comments, and I would love to connect with you and see how maybe I can help you with that, because I absolutely love that part of creating. And honestly, that's probably one of my most favorite part, putting the workbooks together, and like the digital product guide that I made for you today. I had so much fun making it pretty and giving you all the information that I was excited to share about. And so that's one of my most favorite things to do. So put digital in the comments to grab that. And then if you want some help, hit create in the comments, and I would love to have a conversation and see if I can help you even brainstorm some things that you could create to sell or to help other people. So once we have it all figured out, we've got our checklist and we've made it pretty, then what do we do with it? So there's a couple different things you can do with it. One, if you are a business owner or you're growing your business, one great way is to give it away for free. Now, I know sometimes that's hard if we put a lot of work into it. Well, why would I want to give it for free? But what that does is it allows you to build your audience and also build trust. And so I do a lot of things. I give a lot of things away for free because I want to bring value to you. But then I also allows you to see that you can maybe trust me, or learn more about who I am and how maybe I can help you. And so a great way, and you're going to see this all the time. So don't scoff at people if they're saying, hey, I will send you this if you send me your email address, or they give you a little form to fill out with your email address. They're not spamming you. They're just trying to help build their list so they can help you better when they have more people if you're connected with them. Because let's face it, if something happened and your Facebook went away, you would be like, okay, what do I do now? And that's happened to a lot of people. So it's allow you to stay connected with people and then bring more value. And so don't feel bad about saying, hey, throw over your email address to me and then I'll send it over to you. So you'll see that a lot, and that's okay. They're actually just trying to give you more value and be able to help you better. And so you can be able to say, hey, I've got this great guide on how to do sourdough from start to finish. I would love to be able to help you as I've learned how to make sourdough. Maybe this will help you. Put sourdough in the comments and I'll send it to you, right? You'll see stuff like that all the time, but that's going to bring value. And what a fun way to be able to share the things that you have learned with somebody else. But if you're really wanting to extend that and say, okay, but you said you wanted to make some money for my family. Okay, well then you can also create products, and so you can sell them. So where would you sell them? If we haven't done the email list, we can sell it on something like Etsy or Shopify, or something new I learned about called Gumroad. Etsy is great for printables, for planners and things like that. Etsy is very simple to step into. It takes a little bit of a process to get into it, but once you're in, you'll be able to, for a minimal cost, you'll be able to sell things on there very easily. It's nice because it sets a lot of the stuff up for you. It just takes a little bit of work to do that, and but it's possible. So, and always, if there's something that you're not sure about, contact me, DM me at steph.book on Instagram, and I would be able to help you as best as I can, or at least point you in the right direction to help you. But Etsy is a great place for that. Shopify is a little bit more extensive, but it definitely allows you to sell your digital products. You can kind of make your little store. You can do stand stores. So there's different areas where you can create a store that you're able to sell things. I use my social connector, so I am able to have a shop that's connected with that. And so there's lots of different ways that you can sell online. And so that's a great one that you can do as well. Again, it's a little bit more involved, but it's nice because then you could put all the different products that you're creating, even if you had some physical products and maybe making some sweatshirts or fun, keychains, whatever. You'll be able to put all those things on Etsy or on like your Shopify store. And then the last thing, the Gumroad I just found out about it, so I haven't even checked into it, but it's great for like PDFs or templates, guides like that. And I don't know what the cost is, but I know it's free to be part of Gumroad. So I don't know if there's a little bit of payment or what, but that's something new. So Gumroad. So that was another place I learned about yesterday. And then you can also promote it on Instagram or TikTok, so if you're loving the videos, then, doing your reels, doing your TikToks, that's a great place to be, sharing different things, maybe going behind the scenes and say, hey, I just created this, or watch me as I create this coloring book page, or watch me as I make my sourdough from start to finish, and then hit sourdough in the comments and I'll send you my guide, right? So you can promote it in those ways, and you'll be able to maybe build your audience and build your trust with people and be able to give value as you have learned something new. So which option do you think you would choose? Would you do maybe a freebie? Would you do something like Etsy, or maybe like Instagram or TikTok? I would love to know which one resonates with you the most. I think all of those are great ways to do it. And, maybe you want to do several of them. I don't know. And you have different ways you could share about it. If you don't have a business at all, but you just want to start sharing it, just say, hey, I just made this booklet together about how I created sourdough, my sourdough starter to finishing to beautiful bread, right? Would you love that? And you can come up with a cute little title and have that already. And, you'll have people that will raise their hand and say, I would love that. So you can start it as simple as start with something that and make it simple. Maybe it is just a checklist. Maybe it's not say just, but maybe it's a checklist that's just simple for you. Like 5 things to do before you go to bed to help you have a better night's sleep. Simple. And then you can have that checklist. It could be as simple as that. I know for me, before we went on our cruise, a while back, we were going to be on the cruise for a while, and then we were going to stay in Australia for a week. So we were going to be on the cruise, and then we would be traveling. And so I was looking all over the place for a checklist of ways to pack for a cruise and then a vacation, because cruising is a little bit different than being in the country for a week. And so I was looking for different checklists. So now I could probably create something, how to pack for a cruise and a vacation all in one, right? So there's so many different ways that you can start. Your mind starts going crazy as you start thinking about all the things that you can do to help create excitement for people, help them be able to do something that you didn't know at one time that you've learned that you can help them. So please make sure you put digital in the comments if you want the guide. I go over a bunch of different things in there. I have 10 digital product ideas you can create today, step-by-step instruction on how to make your first product on Canva, and then a little checklist of how to launch and sell it. So put digital in the comments if you want to grab that, because I would love to pass that on to you. And if there's anything else, like I said, if there's something that you would love for me to teach you on Flourish TV, I didn't go through and show you things on the computer this week, but I do want you to know that you do have value and people are excited to learn from you. So why not step into digital products and see what you can create today? Thanks so much for listening. Please pass this on to anybody you think it would be helpful to, and we'll see you next week, hopefully at my normal time with the microphone working at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesdays. Take care.